Last night's return to the Coliseum didn't help the Athletics' offensive woes. Sean Markham one-hit the green and gold as the Blue Jays do what they do well, slugging a pair of home runs and taking Game 1. Tonight it's a duel on the hill as Dallas Braden is coming off his 4th complete game this season as he shined last week in Seattle. For the Jays, Brendan Morrow's last start was his best. His first complete game, his first shutout in a career-high. Tuesday night baseball from the Coliseum. The A's trying to even up this series at a game apiece. Brandon Morrow, he's had some time off since his 17 strikeout performance. He will be opposed by Dallas Braden tonight. So there is your pitching matchup as we get set for Game 2 of this 3-game series. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fosse, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Coming into this year, Dallas Braden never had a complete game. This year, he's got 4, including his last start in Seattle on Wednesday.
And unfortunately for the Athletics, that was their last win. Last Wednesday. Let's hope tonight the A's can end their 4-game losing streak behind Dallas Braden. He was not as effective as he was against the Mariners early in the season when he struck out 10, but still, the changeup was outstanding. He had to plead to go beyond 6 innings. His left foot started to bother him a little bit, but he gutted it out, did an outstanding job, got a win for the A's, and got another complete game.
For the Blue Jays, Brandon Morrow. Now, it was 8 days ago. Last time he pitched, 17 strikeouts in Ray. He came within 1 out of a no-hitter. When he's on, obviously, he's really good.
Well, if he strikes out 17 against the Tampa Bay Rays, and unfortunately it was the Rays almost no-hit again, but Longoria did get the base hit, but he was outstanding. All of the pitches working, and again, 17 strikeouts of 27 outs. That's just an unbelievable performance. We saw what Sean Markham did last night with a good changeup. They're going to see a good fastball tonight from this young man. He is an outstanding young pitcher.
So the story tonight is that pitching matchup, Braden and Morrow, lefty and a righty, and the A's will try to even up the series and try to get that offense going. It has been a struggle as of late. A few lineup changes for the A's tonight as well. We'll show you those lineups in just a moment. Well, lineup cards have just been exchanged, and the umpires are ready. Players are ready. A's just about set to take the field. Let's check out the game time weather for tonight. It's brought to you by, as always, the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free, and the boardwalk is open daily. 64 degrees, just about like last night. Lots of blue skies above, and a nice night.
It is a very nice night, and we have Bob Davidson behind the plate. That's going to make it an even nicer evening. Tim Timmons is at second. Hopefully you can see the angle in which the ball comes off the foul pole. Check out our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. And yes, it is a matchup on the mound with that man, Dallas Braden, taking the mound in a few seconds with the tune of Stockton 209. When he takes the mound, Braden a 4-hit complete game in Seattle. That was last Wednesday, the last time the A's won. And for Brandon Morrow, 17 strikeouts. His last start, first complete game, first shutout. So there's your pertinent information on tonight's starting pitchers. And if it's anything like last night, come on, Dallas, pitch a shutout. But
it can only get better.
It can only get better is right. And Dallas Braden, of course, interesting that the pitchers complete games. And you mentioned in the open, Dallas Braden with 4 complete games on the season.
So the A's take the field, and we are just about set to go for the second game of this 3-game series. It'll be a day game tomorrow. And then the Rays will be in town. But right now, the business for the Athletics is beating the Toronto Blue Jays. And this is the Blue Jays lineup for tonight. Looks an awful lot like last night. Travis Snyder is in left field. Yunel Escobar, the shortstop. Jose Batista in right. Brendan Wells in center. Adam Lind will DH tonight. Aaron Hill at second. Lyle Overbay at first. Edwin Encarnacion at third. Jose Molina is the catcher. Defensively for the Athletics, Jackson, Crisp, and Davis in the outfield. Tollison, Pennington, Ellis Barkley in the infield. Landon Powell is the catcher. Dallas Braden is the pitcher.
And Dallas making his 21st start, first of the season against the Blue Jays last year. Hard luck pitcher, as he had a couple of starts early. He lost 1-0, lost 5-0. Of course, that memorable day, Mother's Day in 2009, when he had Vernon Wells hit a ball off of his pitching hand. But as always, starting pitcher stats are brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. Good stats for Dallas Braden. He tries to even his record tonight against a team that he has had success, but his club has not scored him many runs. For the DL since his return.
A little better lately, the run support, but still a battle for A's offense when Braden pitches, but he has thrown the ball well since returning from the disabled list. I believe that man, Jose Batista, had a beard last night, did he not?
Yes, and why would you shave a beard if you had 37 home runs?
Got his eye on Dallas Braden. See, you can do stuff like this when you're leading the major leagues in home runs. That's a whole different look for him.
And you can shave your beard. Maybe it was a fake beard. He just took it off. I don't think it's going to affect his swing, though. I don't think he's going to lose any power. He does look like B.I., doesn't he?
Yeah. First pitch swinging, Travis Snyder to center field. And Coco Crisp has it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
I think B.I. has his power, though.
So you thought maybe our stat man, B.I., is hitting third tonight for the Blue Jays, and maybe Batista is up here doing stats for us.
Stand up, B.I. Don't think so. Grab a bat. We can tell immediately whether it's B.I. or Batista. I think it's going to be that man, Batista.
So 1 out, and here's Yunel Escobar. Escobar, the shortstop.
Man, he had a lot of beard to cut off, too.
Took him a while.
It came off a lot quicker than it went on, probably. Well, lost in all this, Snyder, first pitch hitting again tonight, only this time it was not a base hit to left field. He had a fly ball to center, and this combination, the perfecto, Dallas Braden pitching to Landon Powell on Mother's Day. There it is. Perfecto.
There's the changeup that we've come to know so well from Dallas Braden. 2-2 to Escobar with Batista in the on-deck circle. Last night it was a 3-1 final with Markham going the distance, picking up his 11th win. Fred Anderson, pretty good 6 innings last night. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, but he took the loss. The A's struggling right now at 57 and 60. They've lost 4 in a row. Maybe that's the good luck charm tonight. Peggy Lindsay.
What did she bring up tonight?
Brownies, and they look pretty good. We'll get into those later. Escobar with the walk, but I asked her. She came up. She's a very sweet lady. I said, "Are you nervous when Dallas pitches?" She said, "No, not usually. If I wake up in the morning and I'm nervous, then I'm nervous all day. But today I feel pretty good." So she has her normal seat when Dallas pitches.
Well, maybe she can answer why the A's team plays better daytime, when Dallas pitched the perfect game, day baseball on Mother's Day, versus nighttime, where the record is not as good.
First pitch fastball to Jose Bautista is a strike. 37 homers, 89 runs batted in for Bautista. There's the day-night splits for Dallas Braden. Quick throw, and Braden threw it away. And that's going to roll to the bullpen, and Escobar will head around second, and he's going to make it to third. So it'll be an error, and it's a 2-base error.
Well, that's the first time we've seen that. The quick step off with the left foot and throw quickly, and Dallas Braden is usually, he would have gotten him out. That's the sad part about it, because he had him off. Escobar was off enough that with a good throw, he's going to be out. Instead, the ball down the bullpen. Now the infield will play back, and Dallas has to get Bautista, and hopefully with a strikeout.
Bautista, big swing, and he fouls it back, so it's 0-2.
That's redundant. Bautista, big swing.
Yeah, that's true.
Beard or no beard.
That could be his nickname, Jose Big Swing Bautista. But it's working, folks. Bounces the ball to Pennington. That'll get a run home as Escobar trots home. The throw is low, but dug out by Barton. So the error is costly, and the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Well, that's the home run off of Brett Anderson, the first he'd given up this year. 3-0 fastball. Now watch this ball come back and listen to the sound of the foul pole. Ball making contact. Brett Anderson thought the ball was in play. It was a home run without the inside the park home run part of it. But Tim Timmons, he just ruled it fair, that it was a fair ball. Never, ever ruled that it was a home run. Since he made it home, they didn't have to review it.
That was number 37 last night. The RBI tonight, his 90th of the year. Landon Powell right near the camera, and he reaches out and he made the catch. Heck of a play by Landon Powell to end the top of the first. A run for the Blue Jays, so it's 1-0 Toronto A's coming to bat. lineup looks like this. Barton will follow Crisp, and then it's Jackson, Cust, Ellis, Davis, Powell, Tollison, and Cliff Pennington. Defensively, for the Blue Jays, Snyder, Wells, Batista in the outfield, Encarnacion, Escobar, Hill, Overby in the infield. Jose Molina is the catcher. Brandon Morrow is the pitcher.
23rd start for the right-hander, and strikeouts 151 in 22 starts, and that's pretty good. He had 9 of those against the A's back on April the 30th, which he was the winning pitcher in one of the 3 wins of the 4 games the A's played the Blue Jays. Rogers Center, 10-2 was that final score. The game started by Trevor Cahill, his only start in the month of April, and he has pitched excellent baseball since then as he lost that game. Good fastball, tops out about 96, has a good split finger fastball to finish off the hitters. And Tampa Bay Rays got to see all of those pitches.
I think they were all working that day.
Working.
Drive to left center field. That's hit well. Wells going back, Snyder going back, and nobody's going to catch it. And Coco Crisp has a double. So a well-hit ball by Coco Crisp, and the A's are in business here in the first.
Well, it's amazing. Coco Crisp with a lot of power, and especially with his stance, kind of slides the front foot back and then flat footed. Generates a lot of power going to the opposite field. Brandon Morrow, 8 days ago, gave up a hit to Evan Longoria, then retired the last batter. And first hitter he faces tonight gives up the double. So the A's need to manufacture a run, and that is get him to third base and get him in. The infield would be playing back, I would assume.
Indeed they are, except for Encarnacion, the third baseman, who's right on the edge of the grass. First pitch to Derek Barton is just a bit low. 268 for Barton with 5 homers and 39 runs batted in.
Situation with a mid-90s fastball from the right-hander, Derek Barton, who waits a long time before he commits. Of course, he wants to try to pull the ball to the right side.
He drives this one to left center field. Wells on the run, and he's not going to get it. Snyder gets it back in quickly. Coco Crisp will be waved home. He will score. Barton with a double, and we're tied at 1.
A's are 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position tonight, and that's a great start because Derek Barton, and this is proof you don't have to pull the ball. Brandon Morrow with a good enough fastball, and Derek Barton, similar setup to that of Coco Crisp, and going opposite field with the ball slicing away from the Gold Glove center fielder Vernon Wells. So Derek Barton, a good job of not only getting Coco Crisp to third, it gets him in.
So Barton picks up his 40th RBI, and we're all tied at 1. That'll bring up Connor Jackson. Breaking ball, and a good one for Morrow in first strike. Jackson, the home run last night, of course, the only hit for the Athletics. And it was his first home run with the A's, his second of the year. Hit one with the Diamondbacks. Tapper foul, so the count 0-2. Sean Markham probably slept good last night and had a little extra bounce in his step today after his performance last night. He was very good.
Found out after the game, Brad Ziegler said that they were teammates in college. Sean Markham was the shortstop and closer. I'd say he's a pretty good starter, too.
Well, I don't know that I've seen a pitcher outside of maybe Dallas Braden dominate a game by using a changeup as much as Markham did. He just kept throwing it.
Again, fastball, changeup, and they're both coming out of the same slot, same arm speed. They look like the same. Changeup was a tough one. Dallas Braden has just as good a one that he will throw. It looks like a fastball.
Inside corner, strike 3 call to Connor Jackson. This is some of the performance last night from Sean Markham.
Well, to face 2 over the minimum, basically that was it. There's the walk in the 4th, left on base, and an 5 on Pennington. That was in the 5th. Other than that, pretty dominant.
The A's had just one runner reach scoring position. That was it. So Jack Cust hitting in the cleanup spot. Takes a bit outside. Cust was not in the lineup last night. And that one past Molina. He can't find it. And Barton makes a big turn and then stops. Encarnacion, the third baseman, was kind of standing right in front of him as he rounded third, but Molina could not find the ball.
I thought Derek Barton might take the chance. Ball hit off the mitt of Jose Molina and then off the shin guard of Bob Davidson, the home plate umpire. That's why Jose could not find the ball. And by the time he got over to the ball, Derek Barton was at third base. Come on, score! That'd been nice footwork. You know where Raji would have been, don't you? Back in the dugout.
Yes.
Sliding.
Not breathing heavy. Inside, 3-0 now to Cust with Mark Ellis in the on-deck circle. So 3-0, infield is in. That pitch is low, so it's a walk. So 3 of the first 4 hitters for the A's reach base here in the first.
Bruce Walton, Cedar Gaston's pitching coach, former member of the A's pitching staff many years ago.
So Mark Ellis, a chance to give the A's the lead here in the bottom of the first. Curveball, that's a good one from Morrow.
Cedar Gaston put up 2 fingers, go for a double play with runners at first and third. He has a good opportunity, especially with Mark Ellis, good opposite field hitter. And runner at first base, huge hole, and especially a good fastball breaking ball from Morrow to take the right field.
Popped up, and it's going to reach the seats. So 0-2 to Ellis. Nothing like a foul ball, huh? Not only does the person who catches it have a happy face, but the whole section does. The whole row, the whole section. Blocked, no. To the backstop. A's get a run, and it's 2-1. Shot right between the legs of Molina, and the A's will take it.
Absolutely taking it. One wild pitch got Derek Barton to third base, and this one gets him in. Hard breaking ball, and Jose Molina came up with his catcher's mitt. When he came up, the ball stayed down, and that's one of the problems with the ball bouncing and why they call it blocking the balls. Unfortunately, too many times the catcher comes up with the glove.
Another ball in the dirt.
Ball stays down. That's where they get in trouble.
So Morrow, 2 wild pitches and a walk. That has helped the A's get 2 runs here in the bottom of the first. Clearly not sharp in the early going, Brandon Morrow. Center field, Wells is there. He's got it for out number 2. Good at home, not good on the road. Pretty simple for Brandon Morrow. Of course, that 17 strikeout performance was indeed at home.
When you think about it, the artificial surface at Rogers Center, the numbers he has, and come within 1 out of pitching a no-hitter. on turf. Of course, the team he's playing also plays on the artificial surface. But that is pretty impressive.
When you see the 2 road wins, both of them have come in his last 4 starts. He's won his last 4 starts, and one of them was at Baltimore. The other one was at New York. Rajay Davis out in front, lines it foul.
One of the wins against the A's of his home wins, and then April the 30th, but he got 10-run support. The A's pitchers, with the exception of Gio Gonzalez, did not fare very well in that 4-game series.
Nope. It was a long 4 days in Toronto, if I remember correctly.
It was a long road trip to Tampa Bay and especially for Ben Sheets. 2 starts, 17 earned runs.
That's right.
And we wish Ben the best, as he has had surgery and, of course, out the remainder of the season.
Two and 1 the count. Jack Cuss with the lead off second base. And strike 3 call to Rajay Davis. I take that back. That evens up the count 2-2.
The breaking ball is starting inside, not really breaking outside. Look how Jose Molina has to bring this mitt back, holding it in the strike zone. Good hitter is able to see the spin on the baseball and figure if it's a breaking pitch, it's going to break away from them. Right-hander pitching to a right-handed batter. Backs up a little bit, fools him.
Bounced on the ground. Tough hop for Encarnacion. He stays with it and throws out Rajay Davis. Side retired, but a couple of runs for the A's, so we've played 1 from the Coliseum. A's 2, Blue Jays 1. To win gas for life. See rules for no purchase, mail-in request. Ends August 31st.
Number 26, Adeline.
A's with a 2-1 lead after 1 inning. So Dallas Braden gave up a run in the first. An unearned run. And the first pitch to Adam Lind is a strike. Lind, Hill, and Overbay.
I thought when Dallas Braden walked Escobar, then had it picked off and made the wild throw to first base. So if that's all he gives up, it'll be a good night.
Yeah. So you'll take a 2-1 final, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They didn't give up a hit the first inning either.
Driven to right. Davis back in front of the wall, and he's got it. 1 out. Did not quite have that sound.
A little bit towards the end of the bat. Not bad if we had Ultramo
Batting sixth.
It would show exactly where on the bat it was hit and why it stayed in the park. Rajay Davis, center field last night, right field tonight. Requires a lot of work in making sure you play the ball off the bat properly. Center field maybe a little bit easier, except for the ball hit right after.
Aaron Hill goes after the first pitch. So 0-1 to Hill, who's hitting .216 with 18 homers and 48 runs batted in. Hill was 1 for 4 in last night's game. Strikeout. Blue Jays had 11 hits in last night's game. Of course, 2 home runs, and that pitch missed somewhere.
Wow. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this pitch.
That time Hill swings at the pitch and misses, so that's strikeout number 1 for Dallas Braden.
Well, the fastball inside was a good setup to go outside with a changeup, and that's what Dallas did. Pulled the string, and power hitter Aaron Hill swung through it. There's Ultramo, and there's a swing and a miss. The changeup with the bat way out in front was Hill.
Our Ultramo is brought to you by Evergood Sausage Company.
Oh,
Evergood Sausage Company.
Well, that's a good sponsorship there.
Yep.
Ultramo and sausage. Wow.
Overbay jams, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
Remember the 1-0 loss last year, Dallas Braden in Toronto, third start of the season. Kevin Millar with a base hit, wild pitched him to second, and this guy drove him home, and that was it.
I do remember.
The end of the game, 1-0. Dallas 7 1/3 innings. Did beat them here later in the season. A's to Toronto once this year. Blue Jays coming to Oakland just once, and that's it. Surprisingly, well, not surprising, the way the schedule is sometime, the Blue Jays have not been to Minneapolis. They've not seen Target Field.
Huh.
They go the final 4 days of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Final
it?
4 games, and that's it. One trip to Minneapolis, and they'll love it.
Yes, they would.
They'll especially like, the hitters will like it whenever they hit a foul ball, it goes in the front row, which is only about 30 feet.
Well, they'll like that. Yeah. They may not
The
like
hitters
their,
here.
They may not like their long drives being caught at the warning
Oh, yeah,
track.
that's true. Of course, the way they hit them, they might not be caught.
That's true. 3-2 now to Lyle Overbank. Payoff pitch is hit hard, but right at Mark Ellis. Side retire. Dallas Braden has a 3-up, 3-down top of the second. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Powell, Hollison, and Pennington.
defense. Landon Powell, and look out, cameraman. Getting out of the way and move the camera too, but Landon Powell going after, stuck out his glove, and a little bit of a shove on the camera. Said, get out of the way, I'm going to make the catch. And that's there's nobody manning that camera for the last shot. Good hustle, and I think Landon was the only one who's going to have a chance to make the play.
So Powell hitting 7th tonight. 228 average with a home run, 8 RBIs. 1-1. Brandon Morrow shaky in the first inning through 22 pitches, but a couple of wild pitches that helped the A's get their 2 runs. Off speed pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Fastball outside corner, and that's strikeout number 2 for Brandon Morrow. Pretty good location right on the corner.
Well, Landon is not going to argue with it. All he's going to do probably when he gets back behind the plate, warming up Dallas Braden, and say, Bob, pretty good pitch that I struck out on, but worked both ways, because the pitch that he ultimately got the strikeout, but to Hill, a pretty good fastball inside.
So Tollison will hit. Tollison bounces it foul. So Steve Tollison giving Kevin Kuzminoff a night off. Tollison at third base. Kuzminoff and Suzuki out of the lineup today, and really both struggling quite a bit as of late. Tollison was in the starting lineup on Saturday in Minneapolis at shortstop. Tonight he's at third base.
Well, the A's claimed him on waivers from the Minnesota Twins as they wanted an infielder who could play all positions, and he is capable of doing that, especially with Adam Rosales out. And if Adam makes it back before the end of the season, but if not, so Tollison is there.
Toward right field, Batista back a couple of steps. He's got it for out number 2. And that'll bring up Cliff Pennington.
At ninth, shortstop, number 2, Cliff Pennington.
So Pennington will step in. 0 for 2 last night. He was hit by a pitch. After he was hit by a pitch, he was then caught stealing. There's a strike at the knees. Pennington has faced Morrow 12 times in his career. He's 1 for 9 with 3 walks. Two pitch. Morrow. We've seen him enough now, Ray, where he really has 3 pitches he can strike you out with.
And of course, fortunately for the A's, he had a couple of wild pitches, helped him score a couple of runs in the first inning. As he can settle down, he knows what he did against.
Hard hit ball, and that's a base hit for Pennington.
That's that fastball up. But when you have success like he did against the Tampa Bay Rays, a very good hitting club, you get locked in and kind of feel that you can do it against anybody. Cliff fouled off a tough breaking ball, and then got the fastball that Morrow left up, and 3 hits for the A's, all 3 going in that same direction. Doubles by Crisp and Martin, and now Pennington going to the opposite field.
So Pennington aboard with 2 outs, and here's Coco Crisp. A double and a run scored in the first inning. Crisp hit one to left center field. First pitch outside. Pennington made a bluff towards second, but then stopped. I'm sure Coco wouldn't mind giving him a couple pitches to maybe run on.
Well, Coco said he likes doing that with the runner at first, who is a threat to steal, where he can kind of square around, fake a bunt, try to distract the catcher. Didn't help last night when Pennington was thrown out by Jose Molina, who has a very good arm.
So now 2-0 to Crisp. Bluffs again, doesn't go. Crisp takes a strike as he was showing bunt.
Cliff is thinking about running and then getting a very good jump, or he's just trying to time his lead and his takeoff. But if Coco sees him and thinks he is running, he wants to take the pitch. The time he took a strike.
A strike. I would guess at some point too, if you're the hitter, you're going to say, all right, I've given you 3 pitches to run on, so you're on your own now. Crisp now the count 2-2. So full count with 2 outs, and now Pennington will be taking off. Overbay will play right behind him. Outfield shallow and just swung around a little bit toward left. Goes and the pitch is outside and he walked him. So 2-out rally for the A's. 2 on, 2 out for Barton. Well, Morrow, a lot of strikeouts this year. Obviously 5th most in the American League, but he walks guys as well. Now got 59 walks on the year. So sometimes he just gets out of the zone a little bit. So Barton already an RBI tonight. He doubled home Crisp in the first. His double, just like Coco's, was to left center field. Off-speed pitch in for a strike to Barton. Pennington with the single, Crisp with the walk, coming after Powell and Tollison were retired. Both the runners take off, and Molina cannot handle the pitch cleanly, and it'll be a double steal.
And Molina was going the short route to third base. I don't know if he'd had much of a chance because Cliff Pennington got a huge jump off second base, high leg kick, and Derek Barton taking it the whole way. And even with the left-handed batter, look, Pennington, there's the backhand attempt by Jose. Look at the jump. Might have been close, probably not though. And Ultramo as Encarnacion jumps over the bag. Fortunately doesn't step on Cliff Pennington's hands.
So second and third, 2 outs. So give Pennington and Crisp steals. So the A's now with 102 stolen bases on the year, 4th most in the American League. Barton hits one high, shallow left field. It's going to be the left fielder Snyder who makes the catch. Side retired. A's get a hit and a walk, and they strand a pair. A's 2, Blue Jays 1 after 2. 32%. Changeup, 26%. And you're wondering, is that a lot? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Fourth of your pitches, yes. That's and the sinker. So the fastball and the sinker. Then you have the changeup. So the other pitches, maybe just a few.
So Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. Encarnacion, Molina, and Snyder, 8, 9, and 1 for the Blue Jays here in the third.
Pretty good pitch, and that's something you have to do. If so many guys are swinging on 3-0, is don't give them fastball down the middle.
There's a shot to left field, and that's a base hit for Encarnacion.
Fiesta Day with the A's is Sunday, August the 22nd, when the A's take on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch is 1:05. 10,000 fans will receive an Athletico's baseball T-shirt brought to you by Chevrolet. Come early for the A's Fiesta pregame party in Lot A, featuring Gio Gonzalez test drive a Chevy, and you could win the chance to throw out the first pitch in Athletico's jersey. That's a Sunday.
I'll be here. So Jose Molina takes a strike as he lumps him up. Molina was 4 for 4 last night.
Maybe when he took the curveball from Henry Rodriguez and buckled his knees and then got a base hit on the curveball. He's saying, I buckled because it's the first one I saw, but he threw me another one and I'd seen it before. So I hit it. Which is very good hitting. I mean, that's just a man. If you're seeing a guy for the first time and you don't know what he throws, drops a big hook, buckle your knees, look kind of bad. And in a sense, you could say he set him up for another one, but I think more than anything, he just got a chance to see it and was ready to hit it.
Molina pops it up. Right side of the diamond. Mark Ellis calls off Barton, and that's out number 1. So Molina retired after his 4 for 4 performance last night. To the top of the order, and Travis Snyder. Snyder, fly ball to center field to start the game. Big swing and miss. First, very close. Encarnacion just gets back.
He's got a 1.5 lead. Still almost got it. Dallas gave him the fake without the ball in his hand, and then as he was starting to move out, and that's when Dallas does it so well, when he sees the runner first, taking a couple extra steps towards second base. He wants to get his momentum going that way, leaning a little bit, and that's when he throws quickly. There's the Ultra Mo, and just barely getting back.
Swing and a miss by Snyder. A pitch that was in the dirt. So that is strikeout number 2 for Dallas Braden.
A very aggressive swing on the first pitch fastball. Then he got a couple of changeups, including an 0-2 changeup in the dirt, or actually low. Landon Powell catching the ball great as he turned his mitt to keep the ball from hitting the ground.
Miguel Escobar.
So with 2 outs, Escobar, the shortstop, will hit. Outside Escobar, who walked and scored the Blue Jays run in the first inning. He walked, and then an errant pickoff attempt allowed him to get to third, and he scored on a ground ball. 2-0 the count. Encarnacion still at first. Changeup outside corner for a strike.
How about another changeup?
Tried it, but it floats outside. So 3-1.
Nobody at second base. You can see Landon Powell, the catcher, wiggle his fingers. That's a sign for the changeup.
Pitch just a bit low with a fastball, and it's a walk. So Escobar walks for the second time. So 2 on, 2 out for Batista. Be careful here.
Now batting, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Batista had that RBI ground out in the first, picking up his 90th run batted in this year. And there's a line shot, just fouled down the third baseline. Hit very hard.
I think with Bautista, especially with Dallas Braden pitching, try to bounce the ball. Maybe just throw it so it bounces either just in front or right around the plate, because he can handle and will expand his strike zone. And with his hard swing, it's a dangerous at bat if you're a pitcher.
Fastball moving away from him a little bit, had a little tail on it. He swings and misses, so 0-2 the count.
And Powell moving inside, but the ball did drift out a little bit.
Change up, and Batista lays off that one. Two-pitch cued off the end, and there's that Braden change of 74 miles an hour.
It was up, though. Kind of hold your breath when you see a change up like that. Fortunately, Bautista was out in front.
In the dirt, nice block by Powell. Swing and a miss. He finally got him with that changeup. He kept throwing it. And Batista ends up striking out, and the Blue Jays strand a pair.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Aquafina
pitchers in Blue Jays history to toss 2 or more complete game, 1 hitters. 2 or more complete game, 1 hitters. 2 or more, folks. Markham did it last night. Obviously, Morrow did it in his last start. But you got to have 2 or more.
But I want to throw out my one guess, if I'm allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed tonight.
I'm going to say Dave Steed.
That's a good guess. He was pretty darn good for quite a while for the Jays.
You know, it's like the Detroit Tigers last year, having a big lead towards the end and losing in the final 163rd game, actually, playoff game. And no doubt had to think about it all winter. And this year they're struggling because of injuries. But how about to pitch 8 2/3 innings of no-hit baseball and looking for one more out to become part of history? And you don't get it. And how many times do you think you come close to it again? That's the question.
You may never get that close.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan did it 7 times.
3-1 pitch, strike called. Full count to Connor Jackson, who struck out looking in the first inning. And that pitch outside, no swing, and it's a leadoff walk.
Now this was Connor Jackson last night, and we mentioned about having strong legs under him because he had hamstring injury. And good swing, and the only hit off Sean Markham. He was hoping the ball would stay in, better yet be caught, but it wasn't. And then he retired 9 in a row after that. Made him mad. Yes. That's enough.
That's how the game ended.
Yep. Finished off with 9.
So the A's with their leadoff man aboard, and here's Jack Cust. Changeup stays outside to Cust, who walked in the first inning. 3 walks for Brandon Morrow, 2 strikeouts. Fastball outside corner. Full slate of games in the major leagues. Some good matchups. Give you a rundown of the scores. Some final, some still going on. Runner goes. Throw to second base is not in time. Stolen base for Connor Jackson.
Well, if the player's had hamstring injuries and he's able to run like Connor Jackson just did, that is very good speed. And he got the jump on Brandon Morrow. No chance to throw him out, although a lot closer than what it looked. But the pop-up slide, late tag, and dirt flying off the cleats in ultra mode. Check that.
So another steal for the Athletics. 2-1 the count to Cust. Drills one. Shallow center. Wells coming in. He's got it. So Cust got that one off the end of the bat, and that's out number 1.
Tomorrow the A's host the Blue Jays. 12:35 is the starting time. That would be the next Double Play Wednesday, brought to you by Bart. Get Plaza Reserve and outfield tickets for $2 and hot dogs for just $1. Order tickets online now, oaklandathletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL. It's be a beautiful day for baseball tomorrow afternoon. For the series finale, the A's hope to get a win tonight to make it the rubber game of the series. Trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays. In order to do that, they'd have to win tonight. Off to a good start.
Side to Mark Ellis. The Rangers lost tonight. They got blown out by the Rays. 10-1 was the final score down at Tampa. St. Petersburg, I should say. 10-1. Ellis bunts and foul. Garza was the winner. He went 7 innings. He had 10 strikeouts. Garza 12-7. Tommy Hunter lost for just the second time. Crawford hit a home run in the game. So the Rays have won the first 2 games of that series.
And how about Sunday? That will be a perfecto by Dallas Braden against the no-hitter by Matt Garza.
Garza's schedule for Sunday?
That should be 5 days from now, assuming if they have an off day between now and then. But if not, that will be the matchup. So it looks like that's what's going to be, a 4-game series starting Thursday.
Snyder has to come racing in, and he will get there. Matchups for this series: Sonnenstein Cahill on Thursday. Hellickson, a good-looking young pitcher. Another quality young arm for the Rays. So Sarah, Bryce Anderson, that's a pretty good one. And then Garza and Braden. That is your matchups for that big 4-game series against the Rays.
All of those in high definition, HD. And as you saw the time, that would be the pregame show. Should be a very good series. The Tampa Bay Rays trying to win the Eastern Division race.
Pop up by Raj Davis, and that will do it. A's get a leadoff walk and a stolen base from Connor Jackson, but can't get him home. We move to the 4th, 2-1 Athletics. Glenn Ray question. Tom from Galt asks, will the A's tie down Dallas Braden, meaning contractually? I believe that this is his last contract year, or are they headed to arbitration? Well, Tom, let's get you updated on the contract status of Dallas Braden. He's not going anywhere. In fact, he hasn't even reached arbitration yet. So 2011. So after this year.
Yeah, after this year, before next year, he will be eligible.
For the first time.
First time. And a club has 6 years of control of a player before he becomes a free agent.
He is not going.
He's not going anywhere now.
So he will have arbitration after this year, after 2011, after 2012.
Unless the A's sign him to a long-term contract,
possible.
which they did with Brett Anderson to bypass his years of arbitration eligibility plus 1 year free agency. Kurt Suzuki, the same thing. And see more and more clubs do that with the players they feel are going to be very good players and want them in the system. And you try to get them less. Well, it's a good contract for both if a player does sign a long-term deal. Those two we mentioned. And see what happens with the rest of them.
But he's a long ways from being a free agent. So you have nothing to worry about, Tom. Two and one to Adam Lind. There's a strike with a fastball, 2-2. Lind hit a fly ball to Rajay Davis in the second. Hit it pretty well, but Davis took care of it. Very high pop up on the infield. It's going to come down at some point. Mark Ellis takes game.
Pretty tough sky right now with the twilight, but able to catch it was Mark Ellis. And you know, a pitcher doesn't usually just stand there, wants to help. There's the ball. Points up, and that's usually a sign that the ball's been hit in the air. And the pitcher points up.
Generally.
So instead of looking down for a ground ball, you point up and know that it's there. You can also kind of be a quarterback. A couple of guys getting close to the baseball. Pitcher can take charge. Tell one of them. So there's no collision. Just don't make the wrong call.
No. One and one the count to Aaron Hill, who struck out swinging his first at bat. Upstairs. The changeup at 73 miles per hour.
2-1, definitely a hitter's count. Maybe looking fastball, and Dallas Braden shows the delivery that looks like the fastball, and that's why it's such a great pitch. Just keep saying it. And there's something about the inside fastball. Bob Davidson right. The target.
Jackson coming in, and he's got it on the run. 3 outs, 3 up through that inning for Dallas Braden. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 2-1 A's. The 2 pitchers in Blue Jays history to toss 2 or more complete game 1 hitters. Oh, we forgot about Roy Halladay.
Well, I didn't. We only just wanted to get 1.
And you got it right, as always. Steve did it 5 times. Roy Halladay did it twice.
Well, we're only allowed to give maybe 1 or a hint.
Yeah.
So we just don't want our bosses to get angry with us.
No.
I just guessed. Just remember Dave Steve. He was good. except in the playoffs when the Blue Jays lost to the A's here.
Two 2-0 Landon Powell. In first strike, 2-1. Yankees beat the Tigers tonight, 6-2 behind CC Sabathia. It was a marquee pitching match of Sabathia and Verlander. Sabathia got the best of it. CC is now 16-5. So the Yankees win and the Rays win. They remain tied atop the AL East. 73-46 are the two records there.
And the Red Sox won, beat the Angels, and the Angels, just like the A's, a couple of games, a chance to gain some ground on the Rangers. 10 games, a lot to make up. As we said earlier, it's nice for the A's to battle hard. They'll play the Angels and the Rangers several times before the end of the season. A chance to finish second. If not first. Hey, miracles, never know. Get on a nice roll like the Rockies. That always stands out as people remember what happened to the Rockies a couple of years ago, and they just couldn't lose until the World Series.
(3-2) to Powell. Just got a piece of it. The Red Sox 6, the Angels nothing. Buchholz over Weaver. Clay Buchholz now 14-5 with a 2.43 ERA.
Dustin Pedroia back.
Yeah.
He got back in the lineup after a broken foot.
Went 0 for 4. Well, that could be a big lift for the Red Sox. I just cannot count the Red Sox out just yet. Obviously, the Yankees and the Rays tied for the East, but also tied for the wild card lead as well. So Boston 5.5 back in both of those races. That's not ridiculous, being 5.5 back with 41, 42. A few more games to play. Powell is retired by Overbay.
There's a perfect example of the case of Landon Powell. First of all, he hasn't played that much to hit a ball that hard. 3-2 was the count. Very hard. Could have been a base hit just to the side of the first baseman. Overbay handled it. But, you know, so many things predicated on numbers. You say, well, the guy's 1 for 10. Now, there's an example of a ball hit very hard by Landon Powell, but it doesn't show up as a hard hit ball.
Sure.
It shows up as an out.
Yeah.
So he may not get a start but it happens to a lot of guys. And I don't know if there's some stat that they put or asterisk beside an out that's hit hard. So you think there are stats on everything else. I'm sure BI probably could do that. Make a little mark saying hard hit.
Sure. HHB. Hard hit ball. Never forget, I was talking to a manager one time who I knew pretty well. He let a hitter hit with the runner on third. It was a sacrifice fly situation, and and there was some question about why did you let this guy hit, because he was like 0 for 12 against the pitcher. So 0 for 12, right? You're thinking, well, that's the number.
Now let's look at this high fastball called a strike by Bob Davidson. Go ahead.
And there's a base hit to left field. So the manager shows me, says, yeah, he was 0 for 12, but the last 5 times that he faced him, he hit fly balls.
Yeah.
Perfect, right? Yeah. So he said, well, that's why I let him hit. Exactly. And the guy got a sacrifice fly.
Well, Steve Tollefson took a pitch that he could have walked on or should have walked on. Instead, got another fastball and hit it very hard for a base hit. And hit against the Twins Saturday when he started. Solid ball up the middle.
So 4 hits now for the Athletics.
And that is an excellent point, because you just need to know your personnel and not go all the time by numbers.
Or look a little deeper into them again.
Cito Gaston was talking about that whenever they were playing the Angels. I can't remember who he was talking about. But he was saying that it doesn't matter whether a guy is 0 for 10 or 10 for 10. at any time he can hit the ball.
Sure.
You know, and do some serious damage.
And how is he swinging right now?
Exactly.
Action already in the bullpen. Ryan Talon. 71 pitches for Brandon Morrow. He really has not been sharp tonight. Quick throw, and just getting back is Tollison. There's a big game going on tonight in the AL Central. It's the White Sox and the Twins. Of course, the Twins with a 3-game lead in the Central. But that game in extra innings, and the White Sox have just taken a 6-5 lead in the 10th inning. That series being played in Minneapolis. So that is a big 3-game series between those two teams.
3-game series with a 3-game lead by the Twins.
Yep. Minnesota's won 4 in a row. So we'll keep an eye on that one when it goes final. The Tigers lost. They're now 10.5 back. One and 2 to Pennington. Breaking ball from Morrow. Foul back. Dives back in. He's stolen 3 bases in this game.
And with a high leg kick by Brandon Morrow, that's who they're running on, because Jose Molina, as all the Molina brothers, has very quick release, accurate throw to second base. Give much of a chance to go throw out the base runner. Good lead by Tollison. He's driven to center. Wells coming in, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Vernon Wells as he got a good jump. So that is out number 2. You don't see Vernon Wells top of the screen, but there you do, and you can see him breaking straight in. Kind of holding his position, and ultra mo, you see him coming in and looking the ball into his glove. But the key was not breaking back, just kind of holding the position. And once he saw the ball was not going to be over his head, wanted to make sure he charged it in enough time to keep Cliff Pennington from getting a base hit. And that's probably the toughest play for a center fielder with the ball right at him. But he handled it extremely well. That's why he's a Gold Glover.
Strike to Coco Crisp on the outside corner. A double. A walk, a run scored, and a stolen base tonight for Coco Crisp in his first 2 at-bats. He was 0 for 4 last night. In fact, that 0 for 4 snapped an 8-game hitting streak for Crisp. Maybe Coco's one of those guys who just doesn't like to DH. Made his first start as the DH last night.
Yeah, there's a few guys who are like that. I think Kurt Suzuki's wants to play, but probably happy tonight that he's not DHing.
Now 2-1. A's have stranded 4 through the first 3 innings. 2 runs scored on a Barton double, and also scored on a wild pitch. You know, Brandon Morrow has really had a stress inning every inning. And those are the ones that are hard on pitchers. I'd be surprised if Cito Gaston doesn't have somebody already warming up. Pop up behind third. Encarnacion has it. Side retired. So the A's get a single and they leave a runner, and we are through 4, 2-1 Athletics.
After the game, walk down onto the field and enjoy the final post-game fireworks show for this season. And it's brought to you by Kelly Moore Paints. Tickets are on sale now at OaklandAthletics.com.
Top of the 5th inning of a 2-1 game. The A's leading the Blue Jays behind Dallas Braden, who has been terrific so far. Dallas Braden has given up just 1 hit in the game. It was a single by Encarnacion in the 3rd inning. Blue Jays got their run without a hit in the 1st. Now it's 1-1.
I'd like to turn the tables on a club because the last 3 games, the A's 3 hits or less. Last night, a 1 hit. And the Twins back-to-back 3-hit games.
Bounce to Barton. He gets a nice big hop. He'll beat Overbay to the bag. Little drama at Target Field tonight. And since we were just there, we can only imagine what was going on. Jim Thome, bottom of the 10th. White Sox leading 6-5. He hit a 2-run homer off All-Star Matt Thornton, and he hit it about 450 feet. And I tell you what, I can only imagine the atmosphere at Target Field right about now.
Well, of course, a former White Sox player, Jim Thome, last year, and White Sox, Ozzie Gaines in particular, didn't feel they could justify signing him because of the at-bats he might not get, but boy.
Well, that was his 17th home run this year, 581 in his career, but we're seeing some highlights, and the place is just going nuts, which we are not surprised after seeing it over the weekend. And a big hit would be an understatement. So the Twins win the game 7-6 and extend their lead in the AL Central to 4 over the White Sox.
And Hawk Harrelson did not say put it on board. Not for.
Well, Hawk may not have said anything.
He said, we'll see you tomorrow.
There's the pitch. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
This one popped up, middle of the diamond. Powell and Barton come together. It'll be Derek Barton's count. So 2 outs here in the 5th. Make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in tonight's poll. You make the call. Who will win the AL wild card? Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, White Sox, or Blue Jays? Well, coming into today's action, White Sox were 7. Now they're 6. Now they're 7.5, so they have slipped. Hard to imagine it coming out of any other division but the AL East. The Rays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. Up the middle, Pennington gets a glove on it, throw to first, and they got it.
What a play.
He was about 20 feet out into the grass when he finished the play, and it was sensational. Check it out, folks.
Well, he had Jose Molina running, but still a tremendous play. 360 and a perfect throw. No stretch needed by Derek Barton. What a play. Look where he's playing, Molina. He's playing the pull and all the way up the middle. It only took about 2 steps before he made the 360 turn. So 1, 2, start the turn, pick up your target in ultra mo, let it go. A perfect throw to Derek Barton. What a play. Dallas Braden, the first to greet him coming off the field.
Well, even Cliff Pennington had a little grin on his face. How could you not? Terrific play. So the Blue Jays have gone to their bullpen. Morrow gone after 4 innings. They bring in Brian Talent, tall left-hander. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
We have a guest announcer?
We do.
So
Jack has entered the booth. He's helping me out. Correct me if I say anything wrong, which is very possible. Strike 3 call. Barton can't believe it. He is still standing at home plate. Pitch looked low from Talent. Let's check it out.
Well, Bob Davidson has been a little bit inconsistent tonight. Breaking ball.
Now batting.
Yeah, that's close enough. What the heck? Bring him up.
A disbelieving Derek Barton heads back to the dugout.
Well, a check it from the side. Just a bit of got him about shin high.
Here's Connor Jackson. First pitch to Jackson. That one's low. A strikeout and a walk tonight for Jackson. He also has a stolen base.
And Bob Davidson liked the slider spin. Height doesn't matter. Just a good spin.
Jackson will be followed by Cuss. The A's with a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It'd be nice to keep Connor Jackson healthy and have him in the lineup the rest of the year. Certainly want to win as many ball games as you can, but you also start peeking ahead a little bit to 2011 and what your roster may sort of look like. Of course, there's always changes that will be made.
As I said, you keep winning, going down the stretch, then nobody's tired. And you can think a lot more about the next season based on how you finish.
So Jackson, for the second time, gets a walk. So that'll bring up Jack Cust. So Jack Cust will hit. 80 pitches from Brandon Morrow tonight in his 4 innings. A couple of wild pitches as well.
He's just the 4 hits and 2 since the first inning.
Morrow just kind of struggled all night. Did give up just the 2 runs. That start that we were talking about where he almost threw the no-hitter, which was 8 days ago. So he had really skipped him a turn, but he threw 137 pitches in that start.
Probably the reason he's out after 80 tonight is behind the 2. A lot of times they'll go by 3 starts.
Yeah, you think about it, Ray. His 3 starts before that one, he threw 92, 99, 99, and then 137. That's a huge jump. Jays have 3 lefties down in their bullpen. They also have Jesse Carlson and Scott Downs. So they have 3 lefties, 4 righties. Talent has started 5 games this year. In fact, I think Talent started a game last year against the Athletics.
Yes, he did. Emergency start.
Yeah.
Did a very good job.
2-1 to Cust, who has a walk and a fly ball to center field. And now 3-1. So the A's making Talent work here, and he has put himself in the hitter's count for Cust.
Well, after last night's game, of course, the A's just got the 1 hit, but this is like a snail's pace tonight. Just a lot of pitches, a lot of time. And A's with at least 1 base runner left on each of the first 4 innings.
So outside corner, Cust does not agree with Bob Davidson. Got the foot of the catcher, Jose Molina. So Molina will do his best to walk it off. Easier said than done.
Anytime this happens, it always takes away a little bit of speed from the catcher.
And some don't have a lot to give away.
Yeah, so you know what? Let's take it away.
So we'll do it again with the count 3-2. Jackson inches off at first. And it's a swing and a miss by Cust. So a couple of strikeouts for Talent here in the 5th.
Traveling this season, take the A's with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer when you're out of town. Even in the green and gold. How about the throwback jersey? Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Okay, guys, a couple months late. Enjoying it.
Here's Ellis. Ellis takes in the dirt. Ellis, a couple of fly balls tonight, one to center field and one to left field. Mark, like a lot of the A's hitters, struggling offensively. He's 0 for his last 11. He rips that one to left field. Snyder back there, reaches up, makes the catch. Side retired, A's strand a runner. We are headed to the 6th inning. It's still the A's 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Is brought to you by Cash Creek's Cash Perfect 10 giveaway. From now until October, 10 thousands will win cash and prizes every day. Visit cashcreek.com for details. 2-1, the A's lead the Blue Jays, top of the 6th inning from the Coliseum. A cool and comfortable night, which is usually the way it is here. Going to be the top of the order against Dallas Braden. First pitch to Snyder is a breaking ball for strike. Snyder, Escobar, Batista in the 6th. That one's hit high to right field. Davis toward right center, and he's got room, and he makes the catch. So out number 1. Here's our legendary performance. It's brought to you by Nations Giant Hammers. It was August 17th, 1987. The A's Reggie Jackson hit his 563rd and final home run of his career. And it was off Angels' Mike Witt. So he played with the Angels for a while. Came back to the A's. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nations. Terrific career for the Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson.
The 500th with the Angels when he was playing in Anaheim. The 86 season, first came here in 87. They thought they were going to win it all. So close. Lost to Dave Henderson and stopped everything.
So 0-2 to Yunel Escobar, who has walked twice and scored the only run for the Blue Jays. Strike 3 call. Fastball right on the inside corner. Well, you can't beat highlights of Ray Fosse and Reggie Jackson's opening day.
It's World Series against the...
That was a big home run right there. Game 7, right?
Game 7 against the Mets. The MVP. As for Reggie, not playing the 72 World Series after he injured his hamstring in the final game in Detroit. Deprived of that opportunity, but he more than made up for it in 73 and 74 and on with the Yankees. Tagged the name appropriately, Mr. October. He loved the big stage. Just happy to ride along with him.
Well, you helped out enough. I'm not sure when you got traded to the A's, though, that you said, I'm the straw that's going to stir the A's drink. I don't recall you saying that when you put the A's. Doesn't really fit your personality.
Well, actually, I was shocked because you never think you're going to get traded, and best thing that ever happened to me. But still, it's just one of those happens for the first time. It's a shock.
But it also happened right at the end of spring training, right? Which maybe makes it even more of a shock.
Exactly. But it turned out great. There's no doubt. I'm sitting here with you right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's one of your highlights sitting next to me.
Oh, where's Jack?
Or lowlights. Jack is in the car.
He's out of
He is. The eyes were starting to fade. 3-2 now to Batista.
Dallas trying to get Bautista to flail at one of those outside changeups, put it close enough for him to swing at, but not close enough for him to hit it.
Yeah, stayed with it. Batista with a huge swing and a miss, and he strikes out for the second time. That group's happy. Why not? Bottom of the sixth coming up. Still 2-1 the A's lead. Cam. Coors Light Freeze Cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. He's still leading 2-1. It has been that way since the first inning. That's when the runs were scored. So it's Davis, Powell, and Tollison against Brian Talent, who is into his second inning of relief. Came on for Brandon Morrow. Rajay bounces one right to third. Encarnacion right there, and he throws out Rajay Davis, one out. Ray, we talking about Reggie Jackson making a big home run. Bobby Thompson died today. Gentleman who hit the shot heard around the world in 1951. He was 86 years old. Bobby Thompson. Never met him, but everybody said he was a class guy.
I had the pleasure of meeting Bobby Thompson.
Powell, who was going to be retired by Encarnacion. It was, I don't know, most people think it is probably the most memorable home run in Major League Baseball history.
Russ Hodges with the call. And impossible, improbable. They even, look at that jump in the celebration.
You see, they did it in 1951.
Well, winning the way they did, you can understand that. Great. Bobby Thompson, Leo DeRocher. Yeah, I met him when he was kind of on a barnstorming group of former Major League players. Came here just not as a game, but just to be introduced.
Sure.
And had a chance to sit with him in one of the suites during a game before I started broadcasting, and was about being able to talk about the great game and that great shot.
And he was, from what I understand, I mean, he was a very good player.
Yes, he was.
Finished with 264 career home runs. He played 15 years, mostly with the Giants, but the Braves, the Cubs, Red Sox, Orioles. He was a strong right-handed hitter, 86 years old.
And it's too bad and it's sad that they didn't make the kind of money that they deserved based on the way they play. Of course, different times, and have to do some things to earn a living when it was all done. But it was just a great opportunity to meet some of the greats of the past, and he was one of them that came through here. Bobby Thompson. Well, I still say Russ Hodges call, and some criticized him for being making the call he did the Giants when
how could you not be losing?
Exactly. Yeah. Who cares what anybody thinks? That was a tremendous call. I mean, it was just as exciting and probable for an announcer to see that happen.
And Thompson and the gentleman he hit it off of, Ralph Branca, had grown fairly close as the years went on. Of course, Branca, different side of the story. Up the middle, and that's going to get through. Tollefson, nice job of hitting as he shoots one into center field. So Tollefson is 2 for 3.
Fifth hit for the A's, and for Tollefson, a base hit to left field, a little bit high off the glove. But Talent looked like he was going to handle it. Talent 4 pitches to get 2 outs, then the 2-2 base hit up the middle for Tollefson. You know, Adam Roden just can't wait to see one of our replays in ultra mode.
Yeah.
Because he can just show the guys, come and take a look at this. Look at this great swing. Check the ultra mode. So Adam Roden, do the job, do the work. He's a good man. He is always ready. I mean, I don't know anybody that works any harder than he does.
No. Plus, it's great to go in his room. I mean, what a great gig. He's got 7 games going on, with the main game being the A's game.
And he probably couldn't tell you what's going on. He's just putting all the footage together so he can help these guys see hitters and pitchers.
Overbay makes the play. Pennington pops out, side, retired. So, on a day when Bobby Thompson passed away at the age of 86, but he gave baseball a pretty good memory. By Round Table Pizza, celebrating summer with baseball and barbecue. Round Table is back with their delicious barbecue chicken pizza. Get big barbecue flavor delivered hot and fresh to your door from Round Table. Call today. It's a 2-1 ball game. The A's over the Blue Jays. Dallas Brayton is the story tonight. Just one hit allowed, so he has been on top of his game. He's walked 2, he has struck out 5, and he has thrown 86 pitches through the first 6 innings. So still some work to do for Brayton as he faces Vernon Wells. Kevin Kuzmanov comes in the game at third base, so Steve Tollefson gets a couple of hits. He'll hand over the defensive duties to Kuzmanov.
Well, he could tell the skipper, I didn't even have a ground ball.
Oh. Center field, Crisp going back. And he's got it, 1 out.
I see so many hitters because of the great changeup from Dallas Brayton, the off-speed pitches that gets fooled when they get out on the front foot. That's why he is a fly ball pitcher. There you show it. See it, 10 fly ball outs, just 4 on the ground with the 5 strikeouts. You just imagine you start your swing, you lift the leg, you stride, and all of a sudden here comes an off-speed pitch. You've got your foot forward, you weight forward, your bat stays back, but you're just upper body. Some balls that sound like
like that one.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't go anywhere because it's simply an upper body swing. Flat footed, just no bottom part of the body into the swing. That's good pitching when you keep a hitter off balance that much.
So 0-2 to Adam Lind, who is 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for 6 in the series. That pitch way high. Change up. Lind does not chase it, so the count 2-2. On deck is Aaron Hill. That's reached for. Barton grabs it in the air, and that's out number 2. That is 12 in a row retired by Dallas Brayton. The last base runner was Escobar's walk in the 3rd inning.
And Escobar, prior to that, in the 1st. Now Baker did Encarnacion with a base hit. Derek Barton handles a low line drive, positioned perfectly.
Aaron Hill takes low. Hill with plenty of power, 18 home runs this year. And he drives one left field. Jackson going back. It is off the wall. And Hill will have a 2-out double. Luckily for the A's, it was more of a line drive.
And the curveball, slider coming into his swing, the hanging curveball, he hung it, and fortunately, the top spin as it started and then started to come down quickly. I don't know if I'd take my chances tomorrow. Almost hit the perfect game sign. Might have it left field, and maybe that's what kept it in the park. It's just a 2-1 game.
I know. Doesn't it feel like the A's are winning like 5-1?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got a chance to make a mistake, but not really. It was almost a mistake that got out of the park.
And here's Lyle Overbay. He's got 13 home runs. There's a base hit left field, and this game is going to be tied. Overbay rounds first. He's going to try for second. The throw is offline, and back-to-back 2-out doubles by the Blue Jays, and they have tied it here in the 7th. Overbay just went the other way.
Yeah, both on breaking pitches. The hanger to Hill, and then the same to Overbay to go to the opposite way.
Now batting, number 12.
It's a smart hitting. Ball was up a little bit. And now Dallas has to get a big out in Encarnacion to keep it tied. No stride. Stayed back, and Go opposite field that way. That's excellent hitting.
So Overbay gets RBI number 47. And with that hit, Craig Breslow starts to throw. So Encarnacion 1 for 2 tonight. He takes a fastball for a strike. Encarnacion singled in the third. Popped out to Martin, the first baseman, in the fifth. Change up and it stays outside. Encarnacion with the 2-run homer last night. This is only hit in the game. So 2 for 6 in the series. Foul tip to even the count at 2-2. Overbay, not a real fast runner at second. Gray just misses with a fastball, so a full count. And a base hit to an outfielder. And the Ace, I think, would have a chance at home plate with Overbay running.
Dallas likes to throw the changeup in this 3-2 count, but I have a feeling Encarnacion, the hitter's 7th inning, might be sitting on it.
And he threw the changeup, and he's going to get out of it. Will pop up to Barton. Side retired, but back-to-back doubles by Hill and Overbay. We are tied at 2 as we have reached the 7th inning stretch. Tied at 2 as the Blue Jays got that single run in the top of the 7th inning. So a new ball game.
So get him some runs.
So Coco Crisp to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brian Talent so far in his first 2 innings. He's given up 1 hit, a walk, and he has a couple of strikeouts. So So Crisp a double, a run scored, a walk, and a hop out to the third baseman. And he swings at the first pitch, lines it to left for a hit. Snyder over, and Coco Crisp a big turn, and then he puts on the brakes. I thought he was going to make a shot at second base. Either way, the leadoff man is aboard.
And Snyder hadn't gotten to it. High fastball from Talent, and Coco Crisp was not going to waste any time. And his head was down, going to first, thinking about 180 feet. Ball was hooking, but not enough, and made the wide turn. At least the effort was there, and you can always run hard in case it bobbles the ball and you keep going. I always like to see the great Willie Mays make that turn, run so fast and slide to stop himself. But he was always ready if you bobble the ball.
So Barton is the hitter. He's 1 for 3. That is Sean Camp. There's a strike. He scored both of their runs in the first inning. Encarnacion, the third baseman, even with the bag. So 1-1 the count to Barton. Crisp with a pretty good lead at first. And he's going to get pushed back. Derek Barton leads the A's in sacrifices by far. He has 12. And he has not shown bunt here in this at bat so far, and now the count is 2-1. Connor Jackson is in the on-deck circle. Barton hits it hard into right field, a base hit. Coco Crisp is going to stop at second base as the throw comes through, and Jose Batista, who we now know has a very good arm.
But he also charges the ball extremely well. And that's the reason Coco, who rounded the bag again hard at second base. Ball hit a little bit too hard, and with the ball on the ground, Bautista charging it. And this ball was thrown so hard it went through the cutoff man. I think it literally went through his body right there. Actually over his head, but short hop to third baseman, but a very strong throw. Man can do it all.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change tune-up and smog experts. 2 on, nobody out. Trying to break the 2-2 tie. There's Sean Camp, the right-hander, coming in. Pretty good numbers for Camp, 3-2 with a 3.06 ERA. First pitch to Jackson with the runner going to third, and Coco Crisp is going to have a stolen base. Barton stayed at first. So Coco doing it all here in the 7th inning.
Derek Barton, if he did not see Coco take off with the green light, Barton looking and started, but no, did not go. And a great job by Coco Crisp. Well, that first step, and of course with the hitter, able to see him take off. Definitely don't want to swing the bat.
So now it's first and third. Jackson rolls it foul.
And you can see the outstanding two-seam fastball thrown by Sean Camp. Now the infield coming in. I thought it was interesting that before that pitch, the infield was back. Leyva, 3, going for a triple. No.
Let's play for 3. Swing and a miss. That fastball really running in on the hands of Connor Jackson, and now it's 1-2.
And look at the movement also. Not only hard inside, but the movement down. Slightly choking up as Connor Jackson had to bring his hands in, trying to make contact, could not.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Jackson went way out of the strike zone, and he missed it. So that will be a frustrating at bat for Connor Jackson.
Well, the hard sinker in and the sweeping slider away.
Number 32,
And that's how much you hit or miss a ball by. That's a lot.
But that pitch, you're right, clearly set up by the 2 pitches before that. The ball just running in hard on Jackson.
Now
give Sean Camp some credit.
Infield back looking for 2, and with the sinker ball, Jack Cust hoping to get one through the infield or over the infield.
Cust, good swing on that first fastball. But again, that little tail on Camp's ball. And of course, with the left-handed hitter moving away, just like it was moving in to the right-handed hitter Jackson. Jack Cust tonight, a walk in the first, a fly ball in the third to center field, and he struck out in the 5th. He's need a big hit from Cust. 1 out. Breslow still throwing in the A's bullpen. Just off the end of the bat. So you saw the miles per hour on that pitch. It was 83. The other pitches from Camp 89. But the same kind of movement.
Protect mode, and Jack has enough strength that he can wait, and still if he goes that 2-seamer away, shot to left field would look perfect.
1-2 pitch, very close as Camp went with a breaking ball.
Yeah, it was away, but it's not the 2-seamer going away from him. It was a slider coming from the outside, the backdoor slider. He tried to bring it in. Bob Davidson said, "No, you can't fool me." Height is okay, just he came around the plate.
Crisp is at third. Barton is the runner at first. Bounced slowly. Hill has it, and they get the tag, and the throw to first. Not in time. Gets away. The run scores, and Custis safe at second. A's take the lead. Hill got the tag on Martin, and if he would have made a good throw, it would have been a double play.
An easy double play. But the runner has a right to run at him hard, and maybe Derek Barton did just enough as he spun Aaron Hill. Spun him there, and as he turned around, threw off balance. Lyle Overbay actually had it off the tip of his glove. Derek actually trying to go around him, and then just no chance for Hill to set himself. Had to throw awkwardly. But I think
that's not a terrible throw.
No, it's not. Actually, much better than the way it turned out.
I mean, it's going to be an E4, but that could just as easily be an E3.
Yeah, and it looked like Overbay with the runner, Jack Cuss, coming down the line. He was a little bit reluctant to go after the ball aggressively. Anyway, Dallas Braden, it looks like he's finished after 7, has a run on the board to make up for the one he gave up with 2 outs at the top of the 7th.
Markellis, that's a base hit. Jack Cuss digging around third. He's going to score, and that's a big hit for the A's. 4-2.
Well, that perfect swing on a slider away. Markellis just served it out to right center. That is a great job of hitting, folks, with 2 outs. The slider, no rolling over on that pitch, and an easy way to score. Jack Cuss from second base, who actually hustled to second on the ball that did not get that far away from Lyle Overbay. So the hustle by Cuss helps the A's get another run.
So the A's have 3 hits in the inning, and they've picked up a couple of runs.
Rajay Davis with a line drive base hit. Snyder kicks it. And here comes Ellis. He's going to score. Rajay Davis is going to stop at second, and the A's get another run. So defense killing the Blue Jays here in the 7th, and the A's are taking advantage.
Rajay hit it hard, and maybe so much spin once the ball hit the grass. Fastball, two-seamer, and he stayed on it. Watch this ball kick up. Just ate him, son. He didn't know where it was. Thought it was in his glove. Rajay was thinking about going for the extra bases. Markellis was going to stop at second. He missed the ball to Snyder, and Mark just kept going with Mike Gallegos in it. Well, the main thing, once it hit off his knee, he didn't know where it was, and that's a very, very terrible feeling to say, where's the ball? I'm the only one in the vicinity. I'm the only one who can get to it. Where is it? Somebody help me. So the A's scoring 3 runs after what could have been and should have been an inning double play.
Yep.
See Carlson, the lefty, gets loose quickly, and that's why Jose Molina, although Powell is a switch hitter. Kuzminoff in the slot, hitting 8th now with Tollison's spot.
Landon Powell is 0 for 3. Powell a strikeout and a couple of ground outs. First pitch in for a strike. 4 hits in the inning for the A's, and 2 errors by the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have been a pretty good defensive team this year. 3rd best in fielding percentage in the American League. That has not shown tonight. One and 2 now to Powell. Brian Talent ends up going 2+ innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. This is the 5th batter that Sean Kemp has faced. Sean Camp, I should say. Shallow pop-up. Travis Snyder in the left fielders coming in. He's got it side retired. But the A's do damage. They score 3 times, and we're headed to the 8th. It's 5-2 Athletics.
By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. By Chevy, with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon Wireless, introducing the Droid X, the next generation of does.
Well, Coco Crisp got it all started. Ended up being a 3-run bottom of the 7th for the A's. So they lead 5-2 top of the 8th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. So Craig Breslow takes over here in the 8th inning. So Dallas Braden, if the A's can get the final 6 outs. Dallas Braden in line for his 8th win of the year. Breslow will face Molina, Snyder, and Escobar. So good performance tonight from Dallas Braden, coming off a complete game in Seattle last week. 2 runs, 1 earned run. Swing by Molina, fouls it back. 1-1 the count.
Well, the A's will not continue their 104 pitches for Dallas Braden, will not continue with this hit list because 7 hits, fewest in 3 games, 13 in 4 games. So the A's with 9 tonight.
All right.
Just flew past that.
Thank goodness. We don't have to talk about it.
What a story it will be as we continue right now. Starting tonight. Ugly 3 games, and who knows where the A's are going to go from here.
Another foul ball by Molina. Martin give chase. Lance rolls to the bullpen. So the bullpen guys really scramble after it down there. I'd say the ball is probably 4 to 5 feet away from that group. And it's still sitting there right by that white chair. So 2-2 the count to Molina. Breslow pitched last on Saturday in Minnesota. Gave up a couple hits and a run in 1 inning of work.
Craig Breslow said it best in Minnesota when he gave up a couple of hits. He said, I feel like I'm throwing better, making better pitches than I was when in having hits versus when he didn't feel as great and getting outs. But that's sometimes what can happen.
But he's really been consistent all year, though.
Yeah.
He has not had a rough stretch. Sometimes even the good relievers will go up to 3-4 games in a row, maybe just not have their best stuff. Breslow good this year, just like he was last year.
Well, that's smart. No help. See, Kevin's not down there. You see everybody scatter.
Another 2-2. And that's a fastball swing and a miss.
Join us Sunday, September the 5th for the Oakland A's Breast Cancer Awareness Day presented by Big O Tires. A's Breast Cancer Awareness caps and pins are now available for purchase at A's home games behind Section 120. Special thanks to Contra Costa Times, Comerica Bank, and State Roofing Systems for supporting this day, benefiting breast cancer research and education. For tickets and information, go to OaklandAthletics.com.
Top of the order, Travis Snider, who is 0 for 3. Snider 1 for 8 in the series. That one hit came on first pitch of the game last night. He lined a single to left field. He has not had a hit since. Off the end of the bat, and now it's 1-2. Jays are hoping it all clicks in for Snider one of these years.
He's old. You got to watch out. He's 22.
He's 22. Yeah, he was the first round pick in 2006, 14th pick overall.
He's going to be good. A lot of upside to him.
Got to the big leagues in 08 for 24 games. Last year, 77 games.
Still think one of the best shots of Travis Snider was in late April when the hair, remember?
Yeah, the day game, yeah.
Asked him about that, and he said, that looked good, actually.
Yeah, he did not curl his hair that day.
Said he with a firecracker. Really didn't care. Just,
no.
And it didn't affect his hitting either.
Big kid. Well, the Blue Jays were patient with Adam Lind. He finally put it all together last year, and they're hoping the same thing happens with Travis Snider. Three-two pitch, reaches for it a little bit, pops it up to left field where Connor Jackson is under it. So 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Snider now 0 for 4.
0 for 4 and let a ball get past him that helped the A's score another run last inning.
Now batting, number 5.
Maybe Rajay Davis hit it so hard he couldn't handle it.
So here's Escobar. Just a bit low to Escobar, who has been on base twice tonight, both times with a walk. Breslow. He scrambles after it, throws to first, and he throws it a bit wide. So Escobar is going to be aboard. Let's hope Breslow's okay.
What is about the Blue Jays hitting balls up the middle, and he might have gotten the left hand. Oh, in real time, real speed. Yeah, he must have got his left hand probably as numb as he tried to throw. Looking at the lower part of his hand.
Wirtz will quickly start to throw. They're taking a good long look at Frank Breslow.
Now, Wirtz knows he'll have plenty of time to get loose. If Breslow has to come out, he'll try to throw a couple. Maybe off the hand and off the chest.
Yeah, he was rubbing his chest. Yeah. Bring in Wirtz. So Breslow, let's hope he's okay. As he leaves after Escobar's ball hits him, so Wirtz will come in. It'll be Wirtz against Batista when we come back. Central tonight at 10:30. It's on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Lots of baseball. New 49er Brian Westbrook practice today with the Niners. And Osimo's new role with the Raiders. Matt Morrison and David Andrews will host Sportsnet Central. So the new pitcher for the Oakland A's is Michael Wirtz, and since he's coming in due to an injury, he'll be able to warm up for as long as he has to. And take as many as you need. Sometimes you see a pitcher, maybe, I don't know, feel like he's holding up the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe say I'm ready when he's not quite ready, even if he needs an extra 3 or 4. I mean, Wirtz could take as many as he wants.
Yeah, and I think he's realizing, he knows that, and he's been around long enough to know exactly, and he's going to make sure he's ready. And, you know, it really, as it works out, and we hope Breslow's okay, because that ball was hit hard back up the middle. it kind of works out a little bit better to have the right-hander facing this middle part of the lineup, especially two guys coming up, or at least one, Bautista and then Wells.
So make sure you join us Thursday here in Comcast Sportsnet California. That'll be the first of a 4-game series, the A's and the Rays. Trevor Cahill and Andy Sonnenstein, 6:30 A's pregame live, and then the ballgame at 7, the home of A's baseball's Comcast Sportsnet California. So the Rays will be making their second trip to the Coliseum this year. Of course, they were here with the team that Dallas Braden threw the perfect game against. It was in early May. The Jays having a terrific season, tied for first in that AL East. So the A's will see a very good team for 4 games over the weekend. So the Major League's home run hitter is waiting to face Wirtz with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the top of the 8th inning. There's only one other game still going on in the major leagues. The Dodgers and the Rockies are in the 8th inning, just like the A's and the Jays here. So Wirtz, he says he's ready to go, and Bautista walks to the plate. So Wirtz is ready to go. Wirtz's last outing was on Sunday in Minnesota. Bautista takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Wirtz even more effective when he gets ahead in the count, especially with a fastball. Slider hangs a little on the inside, but it's called a strike. 0-2.
Now you can bounce one, throw it down, make it look like it's a good pitch, and have him flail at it.
Off a Powell, and it will allow Escobar to get to second base. Ball was in the dirt.
And biting hard, that was the slider that went straight down. Good technique by Landon Powell, just hit the side of his catcher's mitt a little bit too hard.
Vernon Wells would be next, but Wirtz trying to get Bautista. Somehow Bautista fouled that pitch off.
It went off the mask of Bob Davidson. Another ball that was up, another slider that was up, and coming back into the swing into Bautista. He is unbelievable knowing the strike zone. Very aggressive even with 2 strikes. We've seen it now back-to-back games. American League teams have seen it all year.
Fastball up and away tonight. Bautista has struck out a couple times, both swinging. He also has an RBI ground out. That was in the very first inning. So 0 for 3 with his 90th run batted in.
2-2 changeup. Dallas Braden got him the second time, and a 3-2 changeup in the 6th.
Wirtz gets the slider down that time, but it's in the dirt, so it's a full count. Escobar missing with 2 outs, 2 strikes, not being held at second base. Middle infielders staying in their spots. Hunter takes off, the pitch is lined down the left field line, but it's foul. So Escobar moving on the play. And why not? But you got to be careful.
Yeah, because if it's ball 4, it can be thrown out in the inning.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little odd.
And maybe he thought the run is at first and second. Cito would like to believe that he knows that he's the only runner on. Cito Gaston, and his last game in Oakland will be tomorrow. Cito managing his last year.
Another 3-2 and a swing and a miss. Batista slams his bat down and breaks it. So he goes after the slider, and Wirtz gets him swinging. Here's our McDonald's game summary for tonight. 2-5-2 for Toronto, 5-9-1 for the A's. Dallas Braden, 3 more outs, and he's going to get himself his 8th win of the year. Coco Crisp, one of the hitting stars tonight, with a couple of hits and a couple of runs scored off that leadoff spot. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and Spog experts as Jesse Carlson takes over, the left-hander. So it's been Morrow, Talent, Camp, and now Carlson. Tough year for Jesse Carlson. He's kind of a mainstay down in their bullpen the last couple years. But he got sent down to AAA this year. Just got called up. Carlson back in the big leagues as he faces Kuzmanov, who drives into right center. No, but he's going to get it off the wall, and Kuzmanov, in his first at bat, has a double, leading off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, they're Kuzing him, which is a good thing to hear again. It's a very good swing at Ultimo against the left-hander, going opposite field, staying back with a very good swing. And again, a slicing ball away from the speed of Vernon Wells.
So 10 hits for the A's. And here's Pennington. The bunt, and it's a good one. Picked up by Encarnacion. He'll flip to first, and Kuzmanov goes to third. So Pennington does his job. The A's have a runner at third with 1 out for Coco Crisp.
Excellent bunt. You want the third baseman to field the ball. Look at the angle of the bat. The pitch was up, but Cliff Pennington got it on the ground. Excellent bunt. So For the 1-for-3 night. Hit the ball hard to straightaway center field, robbed by Vernon Wells.
So infield comes in. And Coco Crisp pops one, and that is...
Attaboy.
I got it.
Yeah, on the rebound.
No, I got it in the air.
No, you didn't. Look at Marty's the one ducked. Hit off the top of the camera. And you backed up and took the camera.
I did. I dove underneath and then bounced back up to see it laying on my scorecard.
Have Coco autograph that for you.
That's right.
Did it hit you, Marty?
It hit right on top of the camera.
Well, I'm glad it didn't hit the lens.
Marty would be paying a lot of money for breaking the camera. Bouncer into left field. Coco Crisp with the base hit. He's got an RBI, and Coco Crisp has had a huge night offensively. So the A's lead 6-2.
Another great job infield in. Hit it too hard, so hard the third baseman can't get to it. And so textbook baseball by the Athletics in this half inning. Lead off double, sacrifice him to third. And Coco Crisp with the infield in brings him home.
So that'll bring up Derek Barton. And off Molina's glove, and that should be a pass ball. And Coco, Molina just kind of a slow jog after it. And it is going to be a pass ball.
That ball running away from Jose Molina. Didn't know which way to turn his mitt. He eventually turned it the proper way, but the correct way, but still off his mitt.
So 1-0 to Derek Barton. He's got 2 hits tonight. Bounce to Aaron Hill, who ranges to his left. Barton is retired. Crisp to third. So Coco Crisp 3 hits tonight. A couple singles and a double. A couple of runs scored. And an RBI. Filling up the stat sheet, we like to say, tonight is Coco Crisp. They're going to walk Connor Jackson to face Jack Cust. Blue Jays want the lefty-on-lefty matchup. So this one intentional, but Connor Jackson has now walked 3 times tonight. So Jackson will trot to first and third, 2 outs. Jack Cust, the key at bat in this game. It was in the 7th inning. This came up with first and third, 1 out. Kind of a slow roller to Aaron Hill, the second baseman, who fielded it, tagged the runner going by, but threw wide to first. And that gave the A's the lead as the A's third run came in on that play. Cust was awarded an RBI on the fielder's choice, and then he went to second on the air, but it probably should have been an inning-ending double play, but the A's went on to score 3 times in that 7th. So you could make an argument that was the biggest play in the game. Cust gets hit by the pitch. So that's not what the Blue Jays had in mind.
Breaking ball didn't break. The right forearm of Jack Cust has a little padding. Actually, that's not the padding. That's his sweat band near his elbow.
Now batting,
Shake it off.
Number 14, Mark Ellis.
So Mark Ellis with an RBI opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ellis had a 2-out RBI hit in the 7th inning. Picking up his 31st run batted in. There's a strike.
A's in double figures hits. How about that?
Nothing.
Like that.
Aaron Hill behind second base fields it. Flips to second. Side retired. A run for the A's. We are headed to the 9th. It's the A's 6 and the Blue Jays 2.
But Hill's throw, and Overbay not able to handle the throw. Mark Ellis with a great single to right center on a breaking ball to drive in a run. And then Rajay Davis, a ball hit so hard, ate up Travis Snyder in left field, couldn't find it, and all the while Mark Ellis able to score from first on what would be an error, but some big hits in the inning. The A's came up with 3 runs.
So Vernon Wells will lead things off here in the 9th inning. A's 3 outs away from win number 58. The Wells, Lind, and Hill. Vernon Wells hits one very high left field. Jackson near the wall, and he's got it. 1 out.
What would that be tomorrow?
Solo home run by Vernon Wells.
If you're a pitcher, you have to love the park. Nighttime baseball, foul territory.
Number 26.
Take away some extra swings.
So here's Adam Lind. Lind 0 for 3 in the ball game tonight, 1 for 7 in the series. High left field into foul territory and into the seats. Rattles around. The scramble is on, and that gentleman comes out of the scrum, and he's got himself a souvenir. So 0-2 to Adam Lind. Michael Wirtz struck out Batista to end the 8th inning with a runner aboard. So when he came in the game, the tying run was in the on-deck circle.
Yeah,
so
save, that's right.
Save opportunity, and that's a good slider from Wirtz as he gets Lind. Swing and a miss.
But more importantly, for Michael Wirtz to come in, sit down, now come back out in this inning and hit a big strikeout, a good slider. Adam Lind after the near home run by Vernon Wells. Very quickly, 6 pitches, 2 outs, looking for the third and in the 4-game losing streak.
Aaron Hill looks at a slider that drops in for a strike. Hill doubled and scored in the 7th. When he scored the run in the 7th, that tied the game at 2. Right back to Wirtz, who grabs it. He'll underhand to first, and that's the ball game. So the A's bounce back after a tough night last night, and they win Game 2 of the series tonight, defeating the Toronto Blue Jays by a final score of 6-2. So Dallas Braden evens up his record at 8-8. Michael Wirtz gets the save. So Braden the win, Wirtz the save, and the A's have win number 58. 6-2 is your final A's over the Jays. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Henry Wolford and Carney Lansford.